The world is full of mysteries. But as we push further into our technological age, that shroud is quickly growing thinner. Still, though, there are a few mysteries left, and that is what's truly creepy. Follow the video for some of the craziest unsolved mysteries. Before proceeding, make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest videos. Number 8. The Dighton Rock. The Dighton Rock is a 40-ton boulder located on the shores of the Taunton River in Massachusetts, and it is covered in puzzling petroglyphs. For nearly 300 years, people have speculated about its origin and meaning. Investigators have attempted to decode the odd glyph since an English colonist first described the boulder in 1680, but they have had little success. In 1963, state officials removed the boulder and kept it for preservation. Most scholars think the stone carvings are of Native American origins. Some of the wilder theories have proposed that it was the work of the Portuguese, Chinese, or even the ancient Phoenicians. Number 7. The Screaming Mummy. This mummy, whose face is full of agony, was discovered in 1886. His expression isn't the only odd thing about him. The mummy has all of his organs intact, which wasn't a common mummification process. Theories abound. Some think it was murder, poisoning, or even a case of being buried alive. National Geographic investigated the possibility that the mummy is Prince Pentuer, the son of Pharaoh Ramses III, who was thought to have planned his father's murder. This is conjecture though, and the story of the screaming mummy remains a mystery to this day. Number 6. The Mysterious Faces of Belmas. The Faces of Belmas is an alleged paranormal phenomenon in a private house in Spain which started in 1971, when residents claimed images of faces appeared in the concrete floor of the house. These images have continuously formed and disappeared on the floor of the home. Skeptical researchers have performed extensive tests on the faces and believe that fakery has been involved, and the images have been applied with lead paint. They dismiss the faces as a hoax and suspect that the Pereira family may have perpetrated the hoax for financial gain. Number 5. Scotland's Overtown Bridge. A series of tragic events haunt the otherwise picturesque Overtown Bridge near Dumbarton, Scotland, leading many to rename it the Bridge of Death. In the past 50 years, as many as 50 dogs have leaped to their deaths from the bridge, while people have also jumped and survived the nearly 50-foot plunge to the rocks below. The animals all leaped from the same spot, between the final two parapets on the right-hand side of the historic bridge. Almost all have happened on clear and sunny days, which are relatively rare for the western side of Scotland. Stranger still, of the animals that survived their leap, some have returned and attempted to jump again. Number 4. The Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer is one of the most notorious unsolved murder cases in history. In 1969, he was responsible for killing at least 5 people in the San Francisco area. To make matters worse, the killer himself called in several of the murders, sent coded letters to newspapers, and even mailed in a piece of a bloody shirt. But he was never caught. Several suspects were questioned, but the case has never been solved and remains open to this day. Number 3. The Pollock Twins. In 1957, 11-year-old Joanna and 6-year-old Jacqueline Pollock were tragically killed in a car accident in Northumberland, England. They were sisters. A year later, their mother gave birth to twins Jennifer and Gillian. The younger twin, Jennifer, had birthmarks on her body in exactly the same place as Jacqueline had them. The twins then started requesting toys belonging to the deceased girls which they had no prior knowledge of. The twins even asked to go to a park they had never been to before. A well-respected psychologist at the time, Dr. Ian Stevenson, studied the case in depth and concluded it was likely the twins were reincarnations of their departed sisters. Number 2. The Green Children of Woolpit. In the 12th century, two children suddenly appeared in the town of Woolpit in England. The brother and sister looked normal, except for the bright green hue of their skin. Apparently, they spoke an unknown language, wore strange clothing, and the only thing they would eat was raw beans. The boy eventually died, but the little girl grew up, learned English, ate other foods, and lost her green coloring. She told others she and her brother came from a place called St. Martin's Land, an underground world where everyone was green. The basis for this story is unclear. Some believe it's merely a fairy tale. Others claim it must be an altered version of a true story. Others still hypothesize that the children were actually extraterrestrial beings. Number 1. The Babushka Lady. While people were poring over the footage of the assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963, a mysterious woman was spotted in the film. She was wearing a brown overcoat and a scarf on her head. She appeared to be holding something in front of her face, like a camera. She appeared many times in the footage and even stayed on the scene after most people left. Shortly after, she is seen moving away to the east up Elm Street. The FBI publicly requested that the woman come forward and give them the footage she shot, but she never did. We also don't know why she was present at the shooting or why she refused to give up all of the evidence she was recording.